Hello everyone, this is meteorologist Marshall Downing and giving you another update with the tropical storm Ophelia, which has been starting to bring clouds into our region at least, without too much in terms of rainfall right this minute. But rain is what we're looking at for our main impact that's going to last into tomorrow. We've also got a good amount of wind that's going to develop with this. That's going to start tonight, continue into Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, the winds start to ease off at least a little bit. Right now, Tropical Storm Ophelia is at, with our 5 p.m. advisory, moving towards the north at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. That's been pretty consistent. It's going to keep on moving towards the north as we get into the next couple of hours. By 2 p.m. on Saturday, that's when we're really moving from North Carolina into Virginia. Starts to bring a little bit of extra rain our way, but by that point it's over land and it's losing a lot of energy. This doesn't have a whole lot of juice to keep it going once it hits land. So as we get into Sunday, it really starts to dissipate. We've made it through a good amount of the storm names so far this year. Ophelia, our O name, knocking out already a lot of the first 2 boxes that we've got. Most of those came in as tropical storms. We did have a couple hurricanes here and there. Thankfully, most of them have been missing us, that we've been able to stay rather safe recently. Rain totals in the last 24 hours have been particularly high where the tropical storm is, so that at least makes sense. But as we go into the next couple of hours, I'll show you on the national radar here what we've got to work with, especially as we get into those early morning hours of Saturday. The rain in the last 4 hours has been moving further and further towards the west, coming in from the Atlantic side, pushing some storm surge up, especially in parts of Virginia towards the Chesapeake Bay, towards Virginia Beach, and into the Outer Banks in North Carolina. We don't have that same impact because we're well away from any of those larger bodies of water, but we are going to get some of the rain and wind that are associated with the broader system. Even though we don't have the worst effects, we still have enough to make sure that you're well informed. Now, we're not in an alert day because the flood risk is generally pretty low. There's not a severe risk for us, but it's big enough of an impact that I want you to know what's headed our direction. So as we go through this evening, rain's going to spread further towards the north and west. South side gets it taken care of first, then it moves towards Lynchburg, towards Roanoke. Highlands and NRV might not even get too much for tonight just because it's so broken up. As we go through tomorrow morning, it's more showers rather than it is consistent rainfall, and a lot of the worst rain stays down towards our south. Now, we could get a little bit extra as we get past noon. Between 2 and 5, there's some heavier rainfall that comes into south side, but if we're able to give a little bit of time where we dry out, that'll be good. Let those waters recede a little bit and help to keep our flood risk down. After 7, 8 p.m., there's not a lot of showers left, and then we stay pretty dry going through the night into Sunday morning. A couple leftover showers on Sunday are about all that we have. The flood threat is pretty consistently low for tonight into Saturday morning, Saturday going into Sunday morning, and then throughout Sunday as well. Other than a little tiny piece of level 2 that clips us, we mostly stay in a level 1, and even tonight going into Saturday too, most of us aren't even in the flood risk, so that does help to keep us down. A lot of us are going to stay on the calmer side of this system, but if you are in Nelson, Amherst, Appomattox, Charlotte Campbell, Halifax, Pennsylvania, hang out inside through tomorrow afternoon. Could end up getting some damaging winds with how high they're going to gust, and we could end up with some flooding possible. It's even looking less than what we've had with some cold fronts earlier on through the summer, but still want to make sure that you're staying safe. The NRV and Highlands are where we're looking at our lightest rain amounts. Roanoke's not exactly impressive. It's really Lynchburg and Southside that are going to have the bulk of that rain coming in. But we've had, Lynchburg had that day earlier this summer where we got 4 inches of rain in 24 hours. So we've certainly seen more rain than this throughout the summer. But we did stay particularly dry through a lot of August. Most days there for the high end of rain, we got 0.2, 0.3. So this is one of the more intense ones that we've had in the last few weeks, but not necessarily all summer. Our winds are also going to be particularly high as you get further down towards the south and east. So this is the wind in Danville. A lot of gusts will be up towards 40 miles per hour with some consistent winds around 25 up towards 30 miles per hour. Either way, they're going to be high enough to make it tough to spend a lot of time outside. That's why you want to hang out inside, make sure that you're staying away. We could end up with some power outages because of that. If you have to do any repairs, just wait until Sunday. You have some time right now before that wind picks up. If you want to get outside and go ahead and take care of anything that's could be blown around with those particularly high winds. I think that would be the greatest risk, is just kind of losing things that are out there if you're not preparing already. Now on Saturday, a lot of our temperatures end up in the 60s because of clouds and rain. It's a good bit cooler than what we got today in the upper 70s. And then our temperatures stay in the 70s for a couple of days after that. We're able to warm up at least okay. And then we're back in the 60s with extra clouds and showers. Now, the showers later this week, a whole lot less rainfall than what we get this weekend. We're not looking at storm chances. It's just kind of gray, drizzly days, and even we'll have some sunshine mixed in with some of those days. The temperatures stay on the cooler side there when averages at this time of fall will be in the upper 70s. It does look like towards the end of that week, we have a little bit of extra sunshine. High pressure starts to work in, so I think next weekend is looking more comfortable. Going to check in with Allie, our digital producer, to see if we have any questions, and if not, hopefully you have a safe and comfortable weekend. Allie? So that question was, will the rain help out with the drought at all? And I do think it will. It's coming mostly towards the east. Now, it's not lining up exactly where it would be the most helpful. That would be closer towards Nelson and Amherst, towards Rockbridge and even Highland County. Those are the spots that are the hardest hit, but we'll get some rain up there. Hopefully enough is able to sink in instead of running off, that it's actually ending up usable. All right, anything else? All right, looks like that's all the questions for now. So again, stay safe through the weekend. Main point of contention is Saturday afternoon. After that, Sunday shapes up pretty nicely. It's going to be cloudy, but it'll be calmer. And then we've got at least moderately mild weather through a lot of next week. Bye for now.